You're really being asked to trust the process right now. It may feel as though you are being blocked at every turn, that you are being asked to rest when you want to charge forward, that you're trying to make significant financial investments and you're hit with a bunch of bills, like that sort of thing. Whatever it is that you are trying to do, you are experiencing the opposite of it. And it's almost like pressure's on, you're seeing a lot of doors close in front of you. However, what I am getting is some things are being brought down to the wire so that you can see the truth behind them. Interesting, there is some kind of like sunny, bright, beautiful outcome that is going to come from this. However, when I was channeling this message, I kept hearing getting the ick. So there is something that sort of like in your haze, in your rush to like get things done, do things, that sort of thing, you may be overlooking something, or I'm hearing not so much overlooking as it is that you don't have all of the facts. I don't know, I'm hearing like a crush is just a lack of information, is that you are going to be getting the ick from something that you thought you really wanted. Interesting, and it is meant to clear your mind here about your actions, where you are placing things like in level of importance in regards to you, like next to you, sort of like either how you are devaluing what you're already doing, or like not necessarily seeing the truth of something. Interesting, yeah, with this romantic card in reverse. So this this confirms like the ick thing, where something isn't necessarily what you romanticized it to be. Some of you, interesting, because this has been coming up a lot in my energy. Some of you are being asked to sit with a certain level of grief right now with this Five of Lotuses. Traditionally, or like most meanings, I would say like the Rider-Waite meaning is, this is like the Five of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. It's a figure staring down at 3 spilled cups, and there are 2 full cups behind them. And the advice is like, turn around and see all the love that still exists, the good things that still exist in your life. However, as I've been saying for a few months now, is that this card has been appearing to me with the advice of sit with the 3 spilled cups, like sit with this grief, with this pain, as that is the like there are 2 sides to everything. That is like the flip side to loving something deeply, is to understand like the level of pain and grief that comes with loving anything, is where everything in this world is temporary. That the grief of love with no place to go, or that sort of thing, when things naturally come to an end or a transition, that sort of thing, is to sit with this grief, sit with the things that hurt. You could be trying to rush things. I'm hearing like throw money at the problem, that sort of thing, when the problem is simply asking you to sit still with it. A lot of you have been trying to build something, create something. You've been doing a lot of research. You've been putting a lot of hard work and effort into something, and it's asking you to sort of like let it go right now and follow your intuition instead. So this may again go very much against what it is that you're feeling called to do. Like, I just want to turn around and deal with like the 2 cups. See, I want to focus on the things that are working for me, which is all great stuff. However, if those shadow pieces aren't integrated, you're always going to be running from that, or it's always going to be that little thing over your shoulder that's like whispering in your ear when you finally do slow down. That there is a certain level of intimacy that is needed when it comes to like the good, the bad, and the ugly, that sort of thing. Is that to love something completely isn't just to love the good stuff or love the things that are going right. It's having the ability to hold space for the things that aren't going right, and sometimes that means just like sitting with them. It's not always fixing a problem. Sometimes you just have to exist with the problem and let it talk to you a little bit, instead of trying to like patch things up. That there is a lot of wisdom to be gained from that, from just sitting with things, not necessarily like patching it up or like making it good and pretty. This is something I see a lot with like the love and light stuff, is to gloss over the bad stuff, or like turn away from the bad stuff, make everything good, like that if you know, your thoughts aren't positive all the time. And there's nuance to this, right? There's nuance to all of these conversations. But it can be a lot of, you know, like low vibration equals bad, high vibration equals good. And it's a bit like simplistic, considering we're such complicated, complex creatures, and that the lower stuff is as necessary as the higher stuff, and it has a lot to teach you if you choose to sit with it. And that if you don't choose to sit with it, it will subconsciously run things when things are good, that like waiting for the other shoe to drop, that sort of thing. There is this almost like death process that you have been avoiding that is very necessary right now, that is going to allow this transformation that you have been running towards. This transformation isn't something that you need to run and force to happen. It's actually something that you're being guided to sit with right now. This death and grieving process, that you need to grieve whatever it is that is leaving. And it's like in that breakdown is the fertilizer for whatever it is that you've been trying to grow. Is that a lot of you have planted seeds and you're like, you know, I need this and this and this to allow it to grow. The fertilizer from the ashes of whatever it is that is breaking down is going to be that little missing piece that you've been trying to seek or throw money at, or whatever it is that you've been trying to gain externally, is in this grieving process that you may either be avoiding or like sick of at this point. There is something to be gained from it. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio, so if you'd like to get a little more information either on this reading or something else, you can go ahead and book with me there.